Welcome to Turkish Series TV. Today I bring you something many of you have been asking for in the comments, a selection of the 15 best Turkish series you can watch completely free on YouTube. No subscriptions, no payments, no excuses. These are series ranging from epic romances to action thrillers, all available on official channels with complete episodes. If you have ever wondered where to start in the world of Turkish drama without spending a single cent, this video is exactly what you need. But before we begin, it would really help me out if you took a moment to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for your kind support. Number 15. Love for Rent. I'll be honest, at first I doubted Love for Rent because it seemed like just another romantic comedy, but I was completely wrong. The story follows a young woman with financial problems who accepts a deal to pose as the fiancé of a successful businessman in exchange for money. It sounds like a typical formula, and partly it is, but what elevates it are the performances and the chemistry between the leads, which is so natural it makes you believe every scene. The best part about this series is that it's complete and free on YouTube, available on its official channel with every single episode. There are moments where the comedy genuinely makes you laugh, and others where the drama surprises you with emotional turns you didn't expect. The lead character's evolution from an insecure girl to a strong woman is one of the most satisfying arcs I've seen in Turkish comedy. As a critique, there are episodes in the second season where the plot stretches unnecessarily and some misunderstandings repeat too often, something very common in Turkish romantic comedies. There are also supporting characters whose subplots don't add much to the main story. But if you're looking for a lighthearted, fun, and emotional series for a weekend binge without spending a dime, this show is perfect. The first episodes require patience, but what comes after justifies the wait. Number 14. Daydreamer. I don't know how to explain this without it sounding exaggerated, but Daydreamer is one of those series that hooks you from the first episode and makes you smile like few others can. The story of a clumsy, dreamy young woman who lands a job at an advertising agency and falls for the owner, an adventurous and mysterious photographer, sounds simple but works incredibly well. The complete series is available for free on YouTube with all its episodes, and it was a worldwide phenomenon that put its leads on the international map. What makes this show special is the perfect blend of comedy and romance, with scenes that make you laugh out loud and others that touch your heart. The chemistry between the main actors transcended the screen and became a real-life relationship, something fans celebrated wildly. There are moments of genuine tenderness that few series manage to capture so naturally. My critique goes directly to the second season, which feels forced and loses the charm of the first. Some conflicts drag on unnecessarily, and the tone shifts abruptly. There are also comedic supporting characters that sometimes feel excessive. But the first season alone is a gem of Turkish entertainment that deserves every minute of your time. A total recommendation for a free binge-watching session. Number 13. The Pit. This series changed the way the world saw Turkish action productions, and I don't say that lightly. The Pit introduces us to a family that rules by its own laws, one of Istanbul's most dangerous neighborhoods, and the youngest son who tries to walk away from crime but is forced to return when his family needs him. The best part is that all 4 seasons are available for free on YouTube with every episode complete. Across 131 episodes, this show built a saga of crime and family loyalty that hooked millions of viewers worldwide. The performances are on another level, especially the lead, who delivers one of the most intense performances in modern Turkish television. Each season raises the stakes with more dangerous villains and twists that leave you breathless. As a critique, I have to say the ending generated enormous controversy among fans. Many felt the production betrayed the series' essence with questionable narrative decisions in the final episodes. There are also stretches in the third and fourth seasons where the plot gets unnecessarily complicated with too many new characters. But even with that, when this series connects, and it does often, it's devastating. Every episode ends exactly when you least want it to end. Number 12. Insider. I've been meaning to talk to you about Insider for a while, and today I'm finally doing it. This series, inspired by a Scorsese film, tells the story of two brothers separated since childhood who end up on opposite sides of the law without knowing it. One is an undercover cop inside the mafia, the other was raised by the mob boss to spy on the police. The best part is that all episodes are available for free on YouTube, complete and in good quality. The tension this show builds as the brothers get closer without recognizing each other is absolutely unbearable, in the best way possible. Every episode ends with a twist that forces you to watch the next one immediately. The performances of the two leads are masterful, and the chemistry they build as enemy brothers feels completely real. The music, direction, and portrayal of Istanbul's criminal underworld elevate this series above any Turkish thriller I've seen before. My critique is that some supporting character arcs feel unnecessary and stretch episodes that could have been more impactful. There are also moments where the police logic doesn't make much sense. But when this series hits, and it hits every episode, it leaves you speechless. One of the best action series in Turkish drama, and on top of that, it's free. Number 11. Lifeline. There's something about the setting of Lifeline that pulls you into the story from the very first frame. It's filmed in Turkey's Black Sea region, a stunning landscape that gives the series a visual identity I haven't seen in any other production. And the best part? It's complete and free on YouTube, with all its episodes. The plot follows a woman who was sold as a child bride at 16 to a violent man, and after 8 years of abuse manages to escape with her young son. In the Black Sea region, she finds a man who protects her and shows her another way to live. The first season is an absolute masterpiece that will leave your heart in your throat. The lead delivers a performance so real that you feel every blow, every fear, every hope, as if they were your own. The villain is one of the most terrifying in Turkish drama, a psychopath with twisted logic that makes him 10 times more dangerous than any typical soap opera villain. My critique goes to the second and third seasons where the quality drops and the plot loses its original focus, but the first season alone justifies watching this entire show. One of the bravest series in Turkish drama, available without spending a single cent. Number 10. 1001 Nights. If you ask me which Turkish series opened the doors of Turkish drama to the Spanish-speaking world, this is my answer without hesitation. 1001 Nights was the first Turkish production broadcast in Latin America, and it changed everything forever. The story of a desperate woman who agrees to spend one night with her millionaire boss to pay for her sick son's operation, and the emotional consequences that follow, hooked millions of people who had never watched Turkish fiction before, and the best part is that it's available for free on YouTube with all its episodes complete. What makes this series special isn't just the plot, but the performances, especially the male lead who became an icon of international Turkish drama. The tension between the main characters, the guilt, the pride, and the forbidden love build a story you simply cannot stop watching. As a critique, the series has 3 seasons, and there are stretches in the second where conflicts repeat, and the plot stretches more than necessary. The pacing of some episodes can also feel slow by today's standards. But this series is living history of the Turkish phenomenon in Spanish-speaking countries, and watching it for free on YouTube is a privilege that shouldn't be wasted. Number 9. Woman. Listen closely. Here we have a mother who gave everything for her children, and that's exactly what you'll feel watching Woman. This series tells the story of a single mother with 2 small children who fights every day to survive after losing her husband in an accident. But underneath lies a story of family secrets, betrayals, and a stepsister capable of the worst things out of jealousy. And the best part? All 81 episodes are available for free on YouTube, complete and in good quality. What makes this show extraordinary is the lead character, a woman who turns poverty into a game for her children, who smiles when she's shattered inside, who refuses to give up even when the whole world is against her. There are scenes I still remember as if I watched them yesterday, especially when she talks to the memory of her dead husband. The child actors' performances are incredible, so natural you forget they're acting. My critique is that the villain sometimes crosses the line of believability, and some twists in the 3rd season feel forced. There are also episodes where supporting characters take unnecessary focus that slows the main plot's rhythm. But when this series makes you cry from sadness and joy in the same episode, you know it's worth every minute. Number 8. Forbidden Love. Have you ever seen a series where every decision the characters make brings them closer to tragedy? That's exactly what Forbidden Love is, and you can watch it complete and free on YouTube. The story begins when a young woman marries an older, wealthy man, but ends up falling in love with her husband's nephew, who lives in the same mansion. I know, it sounds like a classic soap opera, but this series elevates that concept to a level that marked a before and after in Turkish television. The tension it builds across 79 episodes is masterful, because you know it's all going to end badly, but you can't stop watching. The performances are exceptional and launch two of Turkey's most beloved actors to international fame. There are scenes where guilt, desire, and desperation blend in such a real way that it gives you chills. The ending is one of the most powerful in classic Turkish drama, devastating and perfect at the same time. My critique is that the first season has moments where supporting characters take up time without contributing to the main plot, and some episodes may feel slow for modern viewers used to faster pacing. But this show is an absolute classic of Turkish drama, and having it free on YouTube is a gift you shouldn't waste. Number 7. Black Money Love. Getting to know the characters of Black Money Love is what hooked me from the very first episode, and I couldn't stop until the end. One night, two bodies appear inside a car, a police officer's fiancé and a jewelry designer's father. When they discover both deaths are connected to a diamond heist, the two are forced to join forces. The series is available for free on YouTube with all its episodes, and also on Netflix, so there's no excuse not to watch it. What begins as a criminal investigation becomes one of the most tense and intense romances in Turkish drama. The chemistry between the leads is so powerful that many compare them to the great couples of classic cinema. The villain of this series is one of the most memorable I've seen, a man who represents pure evil with such a convincing performance that you'll hate him with all your soul. The music is another strong point that elevates every emotional scene to another level. My critique is that there are episodes with excessive introspection scenes, where you could fast forward several minutes without missing anything relevant, and 54 episodes is a lot to maintain constant tension. But when this series connects, which is most of the time, it's addictive, a show that deserves to be watched, and on top of that, you can see it for free. Number 6. Love is in the Air. Look, I started this one with zero expectations and ended up binging it nonstop. Love is in the Air was a worldwide phenomenon that conquered millions, with the story of a florist whose university scholarship gets canceled by a millionaire architect, and the chain of events that leads them to fake an engagement that becomes something real. And the best part? It's complete and free on YouTube, with all episodes from the official channel. What made this series explode was the chemistry between the leads, who became one of the most beloved couples in modern Turkish drama. There are comedy scenes that make you laugh out loud, and romantic moments that make you sigh like few series can. The architectural and design world setting gives it a visually appealing touch that sets it apart from other Turkish romantic comedies. The female lead has an infectious energy that makes every scene she's in entertaining. As a critique, the second season included a time jump that divided fans and drastically changed the series' tone. There are also subplots that stretch episodes unnecessarily and villains that appear and disappear without much logic, but the first season is pure entertainment worth every minute. Perfect for a free binge without complications. Number 5. Hercai. It all starts with a lie, and from there, nothing is ever the same. Hercai kicks off when a man marries his enemy's daughter to avenge his parents' murder, but abandons her the very next day. What follows is a love story born from revenge that became one of the most watched series in modern Turkish drama. And all 3 complete seasons are available for free on YouTube through the production company's official channel. The Midyat setting, a region of Turkey that looks like it belongs to another era, gives the series a unique atmosphere that perfectly complements the story's intensity. The relationship between the leads is one of the most cried over in Turkish drama, a story where love must fight against hatred, family secrets, and traditions that show no mercy. The performances are masterful, and there are scenes where no dialogue is needed to understand the depth of the character's pain. My critique is that the third season feels stretched compared to the first two, and some supporting characters lose relevance toward the end without satisfying resolution. There are also moments where the plot twists feel repetitive, but the first two seasons are among the best Turkish television has produced, and having them for free is unmissable. Number 4. Mother. There are scenes in this series I still remember as if I watched them yesterday, and that doesn't happen to me often. Mother tells the story of a teacher who discovers one of her 7-year-old students is being abused at home and decides to fake the child's death to take her away and become her mother. All 33 episodes are available for free on YouTube, and each one will emotionally destroy you in a different way. The little girl delivers one of the best child acting performances in television history, and that's not an exaggeration. Every gesture, every look, every tear feels completely real. The bond that builds between teacher and student is so genuine, it redefines what it means to be a mother. There's one particular moment where the girl tells her new mother that nobody had ever treated her like this before, and I swear it's impossible not to cry. The production addresses child abuse with a sensitivity and respect that few series achieve. As a critique, there are episodes where supporting characters take unnecessary focus and some twists toward the end feel predictable, but none of that matters when the series makes you feel this much. Mother isn't just a free series on YouTube, it's an experience that changes your perspective on life. Number 3. Ezel. I thought I had seen everything in Turkish drama, and then Ezel appeared. This series was one of the first Turkish productions to conquer international audiences, and all 71 episodes are available for free on YouTube for anyone who wants to discover why. The story of a man betrayed by his girlfriend and his best friends, sent to prison for a crime he didn't commit, and who returns years later with a new identity to seek revenge, is powerful from the very first minute. But what makes this show unique isn't just the revenge, but the emotional depth with which it explores themes like loyalty, betrayal, and the price of hatred. There are moments where you see the protagonist torn between his desire for justice and the love he still feels for the woman who betrayed him, and it tears you in two. The performances are masterful. Every character has layers you uncover episode after episode. The ending is tragic and considered one of the most emotional in Turkish drama of all time. My critique is that some first season episodes have a slow pace that may discourage viewers looking for constant action, and there are subplots that feel disconnected. But if you stick with it, what comes next more than justifies the wait. An essential classic, free and available to everyone. Number 2. What is Fatmagul's fault? The lead performance in this series is on another level, and there are scenes where no dialogue is needed to understand the pain unfolding. What is Fatmagul's fault? Is one of the most important series in Turkish drama, and all 80 episodes are available for free on YouTube through Kanal D''s official Spanish channel. The story of an innocent young woman whose life is destroyed in one night, and who then has to marry one of the men involved in her tragedy, is devastating. But what makes it extraordinary is how the protagonist goes from being a victim to becoming a woman who fights for justice. The character's evolution is one of the most powerful I've seen on television, and each episode shows how pain transforms into strength. The performances are masterful. The lead communicates everything through her eyes in a way that leaves you breathless. This series didn't just entertain, it changed real lives and inspired legal reforms in several countries around the world. My critique is that it touches very sensitive topics, and there are moments that can be difficult for some viewers. There are also supporting characters whose storylines don't contribute as much as they should and unnecessarily extend the series. But this show is Turkish drama history, and having it free on YouTube is a privilege you shouldn't pass up. Number 1. Endless Love. This one came out years ago, and people are still discovering it, and that says everything about Endless Love. This series won the International Emmy Award, was watched in over 100 countries, and its official YouTube channel has accumulated nearly 3 billion views. All episodes are available for free, complete, and in high definition. The love story between two people from completely different worlds whom destiny brings together and tears apart again and again is the perfect definition of Turkish drama. The chemistry between the leads is so natural you forget you're watching actors, and every episode builds an emotional tension that won't let you close the app. There are moments where happiness lasts just long enough for it to be ripped away, and that destroys you every single time. The villain is one of the best in Turkish drama, an obsessed man capable of absolutely anything, and that makes him 10 times more terrifying. The ending is considered by fans and critics as one of the most devastating ever filmed in television. My critique goes to the second season, where there are repetitive episodes and secondary plots that don't contribute much to the main story's progression. But having the most awarded Turkish series in history complete and free on YouTube is something no drama fan should waste. Get your tissues ready. And that wraps up this journey through the best Turkish series you can watch for free on YouTube. I hope you found several new options for your next binge session. If you have already seen any from this list, tell me in the comments which one was your favorite and whether you have any other free recommendations I might have missed. Don't forget to leave a like, share this video, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next rankings. See you soon.